so I can be a racist for the next 30 seconds. Let's see if video just went live. Oh, let's see, who are we still missing? So we got 16 guys, we're still missing one lad. Who are we missing? I see. Do we have Mano? We got Mano. Do we have Frankie? We do not have Frankie. Where the fuck is he? Right, so we're gonna give him another 2 minutes and then we're gonna start. By the way, hello everybody. You know me, I'm Hawk. I'm your favorite German. Gonna do some solo commentary tonight. Good evening, Beva. Good evening, Sadio. Good evening to the other 5 guys watching. Let's see, we're gonna give it 1 more minute, and if Frankie Monty hasn't shown up by then, we're just gonna start without him. I'm just gonna double check the settings real quick. Yeah, Formation Lab is on. Luckily there was a patch today, fixing that whole... Oh, damage. Very important, almost turned that off. And there you go. Luckily there was a patch today, fixing that whole Formation Lab glitch, not being able to start the race and all that. So we can actually have the Formation Lab this time around. Let's see, short, long, 50%, yeah. Oh, we should be all done with that. Now we only got 15, now we got 16 again. Okay, Frankie Monty can't participate. Okay then, ready up everybody, let's go. Let's get this started. So I'm getting a shitload of pings on Discord. Okay, 20 seconds to go, plenty of time. Where are the standings? There they are. I quite like this music. Okay, we're loading in. Chat, you're gonna be my best friend today. I don't think we're gonna have a co-commentator. We might have Lou coming, but he might also help out Yuri in a 4. Or not come at all, who knows. Let's look at the standings. Ballboy actually kept P2. Nice. Let's see, while it's reloading, I'm just going to talk you through the standings. Obviously, last week we had our first race in Australia. And post-penalty situation, post-stewards reports, we have the following order in the championship. We got Manu on top with 25 points, then followed by Ballboy in P2, who I think made a recovery from I think P12 or something like that, all the way up to P2. So great race from him. Then Bobby in P3, followed by Regular, Glowstick and Zook. And then we got VIP, Michael Van Dongen, Igniels and Machiel, both on 2 points for those last two. And then everybody else have out any points so far. In the constructors, if my phone would load, as you have the first 3 cars coming out, just gotta... There we go, we got Texwax first, looks a bit cloudy. Constructors. Right now we have Williams leading with 33 points, followed by Red Bull with 25, Aston with 16, McLaren with 14 points, Alpine with 10 points, and then the 2 Alphas, Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri, with 2 points. Obviously last time around we only had 14 drivers, I believe, and Igniels had a qualifying ban, so he just retired. Last time we only had 14 drivers, so not the best of starts, not the worst. Now with 16, that looks like a better grid. But let's see, we got Texwax out on track first. Let's go on board with him for a lap. And he forgot to turn off his hot lap on his out lap, so he's starting with half a battery charge. That's interesting. Let's see, as he's starting his lap now. He's not using any energy. Did he mess up his deployment? I think he's... Is this there? Yeah, he turned his ERS off and he's off track, and that's not invalid somehow. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Pushing on his out lap but not on his flying lap. That's very weird. Let's take a look at the Red Bull, who just spins out. Let's take a look at the McLaren of VIP. He's going to be the first one with a representative first sector, 22.3. That's a decent sector. I remember I did some practice with my teammate Lou today, with him running very high wings, me running fairly low wings. 22.3, I think that points more towards a high downforce setup. We're going to see what the second sector split is going to be like. But I think the general tendency here will be high downforce, simply because of that third sector where you can just gain or lose so much time. Let's see, 51.8, that looks like high downforce. Let's go on board with him for the last sector coming through turn 11 now. Turn 12, looks very hooked up now with chicane. Takes it beautifully, and is that rain that I see? Or am I imagining things? As he's coming across the line, 18.1, that's a decent first lap, I'd say. But immediately beaten by Sen, who goes 0.3 faster. Then we get the gap to a leader. Zook 0.2 behind his teammates, the McLaren's fairly closely matched. Van Dongen not up to pace yet. Is that the rain that I just saw? Or am I just imagining things? It does look quite cloudy. Let's see, is the chat telling me anything about it? No, chat doesn't tell me anything about it. I guess I'm just imagining things. In the meanwhile, Beva moved up into P3, but Sen still with at 17.8. The only driver in the 17th so far. Looking quite strong. Let's see, who's the next one to cross the line? We got an Alfa Romeo, that must be Smolly. Oh, and that's not how you're supposed to tackle pit entry. Obviously this is just qualifying, but if you do that in the race and cross over that black area, you are gonna get penalized, so make sure you hit the pit entry when you're coming in. Let's see, a lot of guys in the pits now. Texvax just started a lap. This time he has his hot lap enabled. And he spins through turn 3. It is quite easy to spin through turn 3 even with high downforce, because I think there's a bump on the outside at the entry. So if you try to open it up too much, you could hit that bump and just spin around, and I think that's what just happened to the AlphaTauri driver. But there are not a lot of representative lap times so far, only in the top 5 within 8 tenths. Bobby is second away, but then a big gap to Van Dongen and Texvax, and then even bigger gaps towards Ruben, Machiel and Sadio. And I'm not sure if it's gonna rain in the race. That could also be interesting, because it is quite cloudy right now, so maybe it's even gonna rain later on in quali. As Ruben just had a spin coming towards turn 4. Let's see. Texvax is gonna come into the pits now. I'm not sure if that was within regulations. You gotta make sure that you don't hit that black area. Let's see, we got a bunch of guys on outlaps. We got Zook. Who's that out in front? That's Michael. Yeah, Michael, the bottle job. Who bottled the championship 2 seasons ago in Abu Dhabi. Let's see what he can do. That's a very nice helmet though. I like that. With the neon, kinda looks like Schumacher's helmet in the Haas with that neon green. Looks quite nice. But let's see. Not sure what is the best exit out of the chicane. He was quite hesitant on throttle, but let's see what he can do. Coming towards turn 1, takes that curb just for a little bit extra space on entry, but misses the apex in the second corner completely. Now careful not to spin around, and yeah, you shouldn't do that. Machiel, he's just starting his outlaps. Molly coming through. Monty joining during quali. I'm not sure if that's gonna be good for the lobby. See, Smolly with a 22.0, that's a very good first sector. You can see that's purple. He might be running lower wings if he can do a 22.0. So let's see what he's gonna be like in the second and third sector. As we have a lot of cars out on track now, only 2 cars still in the pits. Ballboy probably only gonna do 1 lap, as he did in Australia. Yeah, quite hesitant on the throttle. I think Smolly is running lower wings. As a second sector time, 51.6, still strong. But let's see what this last sector is gonna be like. So using 4th gear through there, a little bit of understeer. Hits that apex nicely, misses the second apex a little bit. But decent exit. That didn't look too bad. Oh, by 2 thousandths. Managed to get it by 2 thousandths. Sen is on a lap, but he must have had a spin for turn 3. And just look at the amount of traffic that we have. We got Michael coming across the line as well. Yeah, right here, that spin. Somebody else just made a jump. Who was that? I think that might have been Rekla. But I think he also had a spin. Let's see who else is coming across the line. That's Sadio. And he's gonna go P3, only almost 3 tenths away from pole. So that's not too bad. We have a Ferrari spun around near the chicane. Oh! And that... He hasn't retired yet, he's just waiting for everybody to go past. He probably hit the sausage curb there on the exit of turn 12, that is. And that just spun him into the barrier. But good thing for him that the tires are still attached, so he can just get back, get that damage repaired, and then get out again. Or just do a few donuts. Come get out of the way. There you go. Oh, there's Alfa Romeo trying to pass him. So it's all getting a bit messy. We got Michael coming across the line. But still not a good lap time. We have Barre who just came across the line. We have a Ferrari, 1/10 faster for 17.7. So that's a really good lap from him. Let's see if we got anyone else. Textrax moves up into P8. There's a McLaren coming. That's Zook up into P4. Quite close within the top 6 guys. Only covered by less than 4 tenths. Let's see, Mano, he's gonna head back into the pits. VIP. No, it doesn't look too fast. So that's that Michael, he doesn't look too fast. Ruben is looking fast there. Let's see. Gets a decent line through the chicane. But not full on throttle, so very hesitant there. Maybe having a bit of an unstable rear end. And still only P11 for him. Let's see, do we have anybody else that's pushing? We got Bobby, but he's way down. I want to take a look at the sector times from the first 3 guys, just to see what kind of setup I might be running. So Barra has a 0.4, 0.3 and 0.9. So that might be suggesting that he's running more wing. Smolly has a 0.0, 0.6 and 26.1, so he's probably running lower wing, and Sen 0.3, 0.6, 0.8. So I think Sen and Barre might be running more wing, and that's helping them out in the third sector, whereas Smolly is running low wing, which is helping him down that long start-finish straight in the first sector. Gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna play out in the race. I mean, if you're running low downforce and you're in front of a guy with high downforce, as Michael, lucky for him that he didn't retire that, only lost the front wing. If you're in the race, if you're the guy with less downforce and you're in front of the guys with more downforce, you should be alright, because it is still difficult to pass in the third sector and you should be able to just pull away on the straights. But if those guys with more wing manage to get in front of you, they're just gonna pull way off into the distance in the second and third sector. So Smolly ideally will want to get pole here so you can back everybody else up in that tricky technical section of the track. So we got a lot of guys in the pits. We got Sadio on an outlap. We got Rekla coming into the pits. We have Alpha King who just started a lap. Let's see. Oh, big wiggle and nice save there, but this lap is done for. Let's see, it's only them 2 on the track right now. Alpha King is gonna probably recharge and try again, or just come into the pits for a fresh set of tires. So let's watch Sadio then, our newly appointed head of staff, I must say, after Jensen decided to step down as head admin. After I don't even know how many years of loyal service to the league and dealing with daily BS in the development chat. Now it's up to Sadio, and he has the same problem. Yeah, the rear end is quite unstable on high speed. We already saw that in the pre-season race around this track, just after this big handling update was released. And some people seemingly still struggling with that. Let's see, do we have anybody else on a lap? Is Alpha King gonna try again? No, he's gonna come into the pits for a new set of softs. Let's see, I think Ruben, oh no, who's that? That's Evil Zook. He's gonna start a lap fairly soon. see Small is also saying in the Discord that his first sector is wonderful and his second and third sector are slow. Yeah, you really need a lot of downforce, especially for the third sector, for those long corners of turn 10, turn 11, just to get around there. But let's see, Zook now, is he gonna spin it in turn 3? Hopefully not. Hesitant on the throttle, but gets through cleanly. Let's see what's his first sector gonna be like. 22-2, that looks decent. A little bit of an early apex in turn 4, coming down to turn 5, taking a bit of inside curb, then taking all the curb on the outside. That looks clean through turn 6, backing for turn 7 and 8. A little bit of understeer there, so I'm not sure if his front end is as active as he would want to, and he's backing off. So he saw that lap wasn't good enough, probably gonna try again. Let's see, we got Van Dongen coming through. 22-2 in the first sector, so it's also quite a good first sector. I thought he spun there for a second, but he didn't. Now through turn 5, shifting down to second gear, so that suggests that he's also struggling for front end grip, trying to get the car to turn in. A lot of curb there. Let's see, turn 9, is it flat out? No big lift, but still looks clean. What's the second sector gonna be like? 51.8, that's a really good second sector. He's up by 4 tenths right now. As there's a slow Red Bull in front, hopefully he doesn't hold him up. No, got through there cleanly. Down to 4th gear, 3rd gear for a bit, now down to 2nd. Hit the first part of chicane, hit the second part, careful on the exit. And flat out towards the line. That could be a good lap, it might be pole here. Misses out by 1/10. Let's see, Zook, he started again, he's up by a 10th, 22-1 in the first sector, that's good from him. Let's go on board with Wegler really quickly. Wegler goes pole by 2/10, a really good lap from him. Who else do we have? We have an Alpha Tauri, that's Machiel coming through, he's up by 3/10. Let's see, what's the last sector gonna be like? Good enough for P2 right now, 1/10 behind. Now we have Barre. He's on an outlap. Let's see, there was a half of Michael. I think Michael's just starting his lap. Then there's gonna be VIP. No, that's Evil Zook. He's up by a 10. What can he do? He's gonna improve to P3. That's a decent lap from him. Then we got a Williams. I think that might be Barboy starting his lap. Yeah. Then we got Texvax coming across the line. Texvax stays in P10. We have... Let's see, who's that? That's an Alfa Romeo spun around. We have VIP who just started his lap. Then we have... Who's that? Bobby. He invalidated. He's coming across the line. Was down on his time anyway. Sadio Mano. No, that's Ruben coming. He invalidated. He's not gonna improve. Let's see, Van Dongen is done for. What can Barre do? Barre is up by almost 2/10 with the first sector. What's the second sector gonna be like? Up by 2/10. He's within a shot. He's 13 thousandths to the good right now. He just has to nail that last sector. Through turn 11, keeps it nice and tight. Powering down towards turn 12, 3rd gear, 4th gear, careful on the exit, bring it back to the right side, then hit the 2 apexes in the chicane, hits the first, hits the second, good exit, and now flat out towards the line. That should be pole. Oh, just about 49 thousandths. Got a little bit close, but he got it in the end. Let's see, Smalley, he's invalidated. VIP, what can he do? I don't know what the second sector was like, but what's his third sector gonna be like? Michael's just in front of him, finishing his lap as well. Missed the first apex a little bit, not the cleanest of runs through the chicane. A little bit of oversteer there on the exit. What can he do? It is not gonna be an improvement. He stays in P8. Michael didn't manage to get a proper lap together. He stays in P14. Ballboy also failing to get a good lap together. I guess he either spun or invalidated. So unfortunate for him. He's gonna start from the back. Oh no, don't tell me.